See, I was on mute, sorry. Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Meredith Watson, transformational soul journey healer and psychoneuroimmunology practitioner. Sorry about the delay. We're going to talk about gaining clarity, being open to receiving exactly what you desire. So, we're going to start with a meditation that has really garnered a lot of good things for me, support and tranquility and peace and clarity. So I want you to relax. Thankfully, we have replays, so you can listen to this later if that's better for you. But I want you to just relax, get in a nice chair or on the sofa, on the floor with pillows. Just get really relaxed. And I want you to close your eyes. Envision the crown of your head opening and a light from your divine source is pouring into the crown of your head. As you take deep breaths, the first energy is a violet, like purplish color of energy pouring into your head, the very top of your head, so you're open to divine messages of guidance and learning and lessons. I want you to keep breathing in and out slowly as you envision a blue skylight, kind of sky blue light of energy being poured into your forehead area. And this is so that you can be open to hearing your inner voice that connects you to your inner guidance, your intuition, and your natural navigation system, your intuition, your gut instinct. I want you to exhale and inhale slowly as you envision an ocean blue light flowing softly into your throat area as you connect to your ability to speak your truth with ease and flow. The divine light is still with us as we connect and feel a brilliant, green, energetic light in your heart center. As you're open to love, releasing any pain that has kept you stuck or bound in any old thoughts and paradigms. The light craves to pour into you a yellow, energetic light into your rib cage area, your solar plexus. And this is so you can stand in your power and be one with who you are at the core. And you can feel your abundance and you can feel your worthiness. And as it melds into your stomach area with a divine light of orange into your sacral chakra, this will enhance your feelings as you embrace abundance and your worth. And you're worthy of all that you desire. You can manifest with ease because you are born worthy. And last, as we start to feel the true power of the divine as they pour into a red energetic light into our root chakra so that we feel stable and secure and grounded. I want you to start inhaling and exhaling slowly as you come back to center. Awesome. Now, I had to really delve deep into who I was and really realize that for the longest time, I was saying that I deserved the things that I wanted, but I really didn't feel I deserved the things that I wanted. I wanted it so badly, and yet it wasn't coming. I did all the things, journaling, meditation, yoga, polarity, to find what my core values were, my core beliefs were. And when I did the inner work, when I did all those things, I realized, sad truth, I realized that I didn't really believe that what I wanted was mine to have. I didn't feel like I had been born worthy. I didn't feel like I woke up worthy. I just felt like I was saying shit that I didn't mean. So I started to dig deeper and I started to kind of raise the worthy me score. And I realized it took a while. It was not instantaneous overnight by any stretch of the imagination, but I really started to delve deep and realize that I was born worthy. I am the daughter of the infinite source, divine creator. I can have and obtain and go after and really call in and be one with the things that I want and really have those things as my own. And probably about 10 months into when I had my daughter, after I had my daughter, about 10 months after that, I left her father and I moved to a state with no family, no friends. And I survived. It was very, very new to me. I'd done that before, but this time I wasn't just moving with myself, I was moving with an infant, a child, to a brand new place. I didn't know anybody, nobody I knew. And I survived. I was told I was running and that I should just take hold of the truth and live and face what I'd created for myself. But the truth is I wasn't running. I really was just spreading my wings so that I could fly. I had to know that I could make it without any family or friends or any strongholds, which, to be honest, despite that I did have family close back home, they weren't really much help. But things started to get really, really crazy. And this is how I got into the work that I do now, the transformational healing and the creation of soulful businesses and lives. I had 2 heart attacks within 2 years, really within 16 months. It wasn't because of bad health. I didn't have any problems with my health in any way. I was eating healthy, active. I wasn't predisposed for a heart attack. But it taught me, it made me wake up. Hi, Jacqueline. It made me really wake up to the fact that it was humanly possible to survive things that were supposed to just completely obliterate me. And I was looking at back at when I had the heart attacks, the whole thing around surrounding my heart attacks was I was seeking love and acceptance and being loved and having that outside validation for myself. But it wasn't until I was open and realized that I needed to receive those things from myself. I needed to love myself, own myself, accept myself, and to really delve deep and to find those things within myself and not look out there because everything I needed was within me. And in that time, I also buried literally and symbolically and cut off a lot of people. And I really thought it was impossible to live my life without those people. Everybody who knows me knows I'm obsessed with my mom. And I haven't spoken to her or seen her in quite a while, and I miss her terribly. I love her very much. But I thought that living without these people was going to be, the worst thing in the world, and I couldn't possibly like cut them off or live my truth without their approval. But I survived. I had to once again be true and open with myself that I could love myself. I could give myself this love, and the love I was seeking outside of myself, I could find that within myself. And I had to be open to self-love. I had to be open to self-care. I had to be open to validating myself, knowing that I had what I wanted and needed, and it was in myself. Not to say that you don't want people in your life, you don't need people in your life, but the love and acceptance and validation and the sense of belonging and the association and the community, those are external and they're extra. What you need most of all, the love, the acceptance, the feeling of belonging, like those things are supposed to, you need to learn to find them inside so that if you lose it externally, you still have it internally. So you have that intrinsic love and flow and those things that you really need to survive. And it's really not culturally acceptable to be kind of the lone boat. But when you are dark, cold, alone, out in the middle of the proverbial sea, you need something to hold on to. And I think I said this yesterday, but it is awesome. I found this in a book one day. It was a quote. It said, "She always had herself, but she just forgotten." For anyone who is in a codependent relationship, is holding on to people and things, or addicted to people and things just for the sake of having that community, when it's not authentic and you don't feel good, you don't even feel all that loved and supported when you're in this group. I come from it's big to me, but it's really not that big of a family. And I literally never ever felt included. I never felt I belonged there. I always felt like the outcast. I didn't want to, nor did I feel that I could blend in. I was really popular in school, but to find that connection was very difficult for me. I didn't really attach to people very much. Even attaching to my daughter was like something that didn't happen till like day 3 or 4. And so I have, and so do you, survived 100% of the things that try to kill you, usurp your life, destroy you, go you and go me. We survived. But a part of survival is having survival skills and having that knowledge within yourself that what you want is yours to have. You deserve, getting clear about what you deserve, clear about what you want. A lot of people are in relationships and in jobs and situations because they think that's what they want. But when you take an editing of yourself and your wants and your desires and your dreams and what fulfills you and what makes you feel good and what lights you up, a lot of times it's not even the things we're participating in or the relationships that we think are giving us those things. Ask yourself, do you allow yourself to believe that your life and your work means something more than merely existing for a paycheck or doing the secure thing? Like, are you really happy with your life, your mate, your everything, your job? Or are you doing it out of obligation or security or stability, but you're not fulfilled? Are you staying in a job, life situation out of sheer fear? Like, are you staying in whatever situation you're in for the sake of fear? Like, you're just scared to do anything or reach out, burst out on your own because you think what you have provides you with stability. You are trading fulfillment for stability. And push comes to shove, it's hard to really believe and actually hold on to for any length of time that you're being fulfilled by stability. To me, stability is that boring guy in the cubicle who's like an accountant, but deep down in his soul, he's a guitar. Did I just say guitar? Oh my gosh, he's a musical, you know, madhouse that's just waiting to burst open. He has musical talent out of this world, but he's stuck in a job that he hates, goes to a home to a wife he doesn't like, and 3 kids he didn't even want because he did what he was supposed to do. For me, I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. It's called oh goodness, Della Reese was in it, Red Fox, Harlem Nights. And in the movie, this man, no, I'm not saying go out and do this, but he was a cop, I think. And he calls his wife and he's like, he told her, he talked to his kids for a little bit and he told his wife, I'm never coming home again. Now, a lot of people are like, how dare he do that? She's home with the kids and blah, 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 blah. But he stood out and went out. And as long as he pays for his kids and gives her a break by child support and mutual custody, yeah, he probably broke her heart. But I bet on the inside, deep down, now sometimes this happens and the person's completely obliterated and like oblivious to the fact that the other person's miserable. Back to communication and knowing what you really want and sharing and communicating that. But he just decided that he wanted joy and peace and fulfillment versus regular Joe Smo doing what he should do. Now, I'm not saying go out and leave your mate. I'm just saying that sometimes it takes this wake-up call, like for me, 2 heart attacks in 16 months, to realize that you're not on the path that leads to fulfillment. You're not on the path that leads to enlightenment. You're not on the path of higher level of consciousness. You're not on the path of joy, peace, and happiness and tranquility. And you need to get clear on what's going to help you and what's going to teach you and what's going to open your eyes to what's going to make you know that you desire what you desire and that's okay and you want that and you're going to go after that. And fulfillment is possible when you're filling up your cup, honoring your own potential, not forsaking yourself or putting everyone else's needs before your own. Fulfillment comes when you take a bold action and say yes to your future vision of you, even well before it's hatched. A lot of people will stay in unfulfilling situations because they think it's the right, stable thing to do. And I can tell you that I stayed in a relationship for almost half a decade, which doesn't seem long, but you figure that's over 1,500 days, however many hours and minutes and seconds of being miserable for the most part, because I thought it was what I should do. I would go to family functions, I would go to parties and baby showers and all these things, stand around the water cooler conversing with coworkers I didn't even like and still don't. For what I was shooting all over myself and everybody was shooting all over me and I was accepting it like open arms, here, shit all over me. But you have to take note of the fact that there's a difference between stability and fulfillment and becoming clear on that, gaining the clarity to understand that you can have what you want and the people that love you and respect you and really want your happiness will follow suit. They'll follow along with you and they'll support you. And I know that's true because I had a situation when I was younger, and I literally asked two important at the time people in my life, did they care about my happiness? And their answer was a staunch no. Staunch no. They didn't care about my happiness. And if they didn't care, whose responsibility is it? And it taught me you can't look for outside validation. You can't look for outside accommodation. You have to know that you're doing is right for you intrinsically, even if it's not applauded by other people, even if people, the naysayers, tell you you shouldn't do it. Unless it's going out and murdering a case full of people, your dreams were in you, and they were the inception of those inside of you was put there for a reason, for you to birth your dreams and desires and make it a reality. And there is a such thing as balance, where you can be stably fulfilled. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Living in balance, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is the root of energy and delight. Being merciful to yourself daily, making personal time, personal space is extremely important. And we have compassion for other people. That's natural, even your pets. But are you making sure you are showing compassion for yourself? Moms drive me crazy with this because I know what it's like. I have 3 children, but I have one live daughter that drives me crazy, but also is the light of my life. And I'm often telling her that mommy needs time just to be herself without any attachments or any calling or anything like that. And she doesn't understand sometimes. But then I'm teaching her that it's okay to have me time. So she goes and she's like, Mommy, I need my me time. But I'm teaching her early that it's okay to take time out for yourself. She's 6.5 years old. And I'm very strict about my time because I need that to be able to survive. And I'm compassionate with myself to give myself that time. Sometimes she's right on the other side of the door, but it's still that wall of separation. This is my time. I'm not mommy, I'm not wife, I'm not sister, I'm not friend, I'm just Meredith. And I decompress because if I don't, I am a volcano. Shout out to all of the people who are suffering from that in Hawaii. I am a volcano waiting to erupt. And you don't want that because it's a harder thing to come back from than if you just set out the time, 10, 15 minutes, wake up a little earlier, go to bed a little later, when you have that time, that quiet space just for yourself. You have to be open to receiving the things that you want. Desire manifests, but first you must believe that it is yours to have and internalize that you were born worthy. It is my birthright to be wealthy, healthy, excited, joyful, euphoric, and to have my chakras and my system and my health aligned. That's my birthright, to have those things and to wake up excited, not to drudge through each day and be mad that God let me live another day, which was another wake-up call for me. I woke up one morning, and at that time my bed faced the wall, and I woke up and I was pissed that God let me live another day. That was a wake-up call. Who wakes up and doesn't get excited that they have another chance to live and dream and hope and get the things and aspire? It's not healthy. Let me tell you, it's totally not healthy. But this was short and sweet in my book. And if you desire support in that area of getting clarity, of owning yourself, owning your truth, developing your desire and making it into a reality, feel free to hop over to Soul Journey Coaching and check out my support options. I'm going to leave the link in the comments. I did pull a card for the group because I love doing that. Intuitive guidance is something that I had to own. I was brought up staunch religious, and this kind of thing was very spoken against. My grandmother would probably roll over in her grave. Maybe not. I don't know. She probably knows I'm doing it anyway. But I had to own my truth, and that was that I had a gift, and I love it, and I own it, and those that love me love it, and those that don't support it, that's their decision. But the card is from Isaiah. And it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. So if it's going to take a nice swift kick in the hiney to get you to move, here's your sign. It's time to make changes. You're being watched. Your angel, your divine power, your creator, source energy, however, whoever you pray to or serve or believe is bigger than you. It's okay to be different. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to own your talent, even if it's not supported by what you think of the people that love you most. Because when you love somebody, you don't try to change them or fit them into a box. You love them for all that they are and all that being them encompasses. So here's your sign. Go out there and make the changes and start living your life fulfilled and stop living for simple stability. Unless you're stably fulfilled and you're happy in that. But do a self-assessment. Look really deep within yourself. Go over the meditation again and really think about whether you are living your truth or you're living the truth that you think someone wants you to live, which has nothing to do with you. But I love you, and your angels love you, and your higher power loves you, and it's an opportunity now, better late than never. There's no such thing as too late, to go out there and fulfill your needs and gain clarity and be open to receiving what you truly desire. I'll see you on the flip side.